Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the daily scan for Friday, July 12th, 2013. Well, first off, I have to apologize for the early birds yesterday. I forgot to upload the video to YouTube. Everything was all done, packaged, and ready to go. And then I got distracted doing something else. So I forgot to upload it in a timely manner, and I apologize for that. And I promise to not forget it for today. Who knows about any other day, though. Okay, let's jump right into what's going on in the news area, or at least planned news for today. We have the producer price index, which is the inflation gauge, I guess you might say, for manufacturers. And then we have consumer sentiment at 9:55. Yesterday's jobless claims came in slightly ugly. They were looking for a 337, they got a 360. But the market simply shrugged it off because Uncle Ben is going to keep pumping the money in. So that's where that stands. So relatively meaningless jobless claims from yesterday, but still a slight area of concern, and who knows, it may be the new normal. I have no idea how you can have 350,000 people applying for unemployment every week. I still can't understand that, and still feel that we're in a recovery, although it's a slow recovery. But anyway, money talks, I guess. Okay, so let's take a look at how Asia finished up, and it was pretty mixed, and overall I would say pretty much kind of bearish looking for the day. Europe so far is, well, they're off to a pretty good start. I mean, 0.5% is a pretty good gain on an index. So they're pretty close to being up there, most everybody. It's kind of mixed, though, you might say. So you can't really tell much from there. And also, if you look here at the U.S. Futures, we're looking kind of mixed as well. Gold pulling back a little bit, and at least crude oil's down now below 105 slightly. So I guess that's, well, that's mixed also, you might say. Okay, let's take a look at our current positions. And for you folks out there with the sharp eye that looks for a lot of digits, either in parentheses or not in parentheses, I got this CELG here that definitely did surprise me yesterday. I had about 10 seconds after the market opened to pay any sort of attention to it, and this one didn't even notice it. Caught me by surprise. Caught me with my pants down, as we used to say. And it's a little bit painful right now. Let's take a look at the Analyze tab. Well, first, we'll take a look at this. Okay, so this is relatively painful. I have another one that's painful as well, but not as painful as this one. So this one is currently in the money, as indicated back here. And we don't want to see our spreads with this in the money indicator unless we did a one-to-one risk-reward one, and then those might move in and out of the money on us, and those we don't really much care whether they do or not. But most of these here are of a concern. So CF is a concern as well, but CELG is a bit more of a concern because it is pretty volatile, and it is a pharma stock. So if we look at the Analyze tab here, what can we do besides book this loss? Well, we can wait to see if it comes back down. So we'll take a quick look at a chart here, and this is what happened to it. So it had a pretty wild opening, and so I went back here and I said, well, what's going on here? What happened? Well, you kind of know that it's going to be some sort of approval or a successful test or something. So we have here phase 3 study success story or approval, and here it is. New product service. CELG looks to add to cancer drug uses. CELG moves up on the news. So it looks like as though they're going to, they didn't get approval, but what they announced was a successful test of additional things that a current drug that's under test could take care of. So that, as always happens in the world of pharma, we get a big pop. Okay, so what do we do about this? Well, we can see that here is where our short is, and this little line that I put in here is the break even. So we would be looking for the stock to pull back down here to like a 130.76 or 130.73 for a break even on that. Will it do that? It might. It might not. But here's the deal. We don't panic. We don't panic. We think about this logically. As a matter of fact, when I looked at this after the market yesterday, when I had time, I came back very busy yesterday doing a whole bunch of things. And when I came back last night, probably about 8:30 or so at night, and I looked at this and panic set in. So what I did was I walked away from it, and I said, it's not the end of the world. I tried to get a good night's sleep. As a matter of fact, I had a pretty good night's sleep, and I came back this morning and said, all right, so what can we do besides wait to see if it's going to pull back? Well, if it continues its march up, you know that we can buy this short back. So if we buy this short back, we'll right click on the short position here, and we'll say analyze closing the trade. Okay, so it would cost us $5.50, and there's 4 of those to buy this back. So what does that do for us? Well, if we do that, now the price has to move up to 139.72 just to break even. Of course, if it keeps marching up, it can make a lot of money, but we only have a week. And that's the rub right here, is that we only have a week. Also, if we jump over here and take a look at, I like to just peek at the Greeks here. This one that's in the money, the delta is 83. So every time the stock moves $1, it's going to gain, or in my case, I'm going to lose 83 cents for every dollar move. So that's almost a 1-for-1 option price to underlying move here. That's pretty heavy. Then again, if you look at the 135, we have a delta here of 50. So that means that for every dollar move in the underlying up, this one will go up 50 cents. And once it goes in the money, now things start looking a little bit different. Because at the money, you usually have a delta of 50. But as it goes in the money, this delta starts marching up pretty rapidly. So the difference here is $5 between the 135 and the 130 strike. And here we have a difference in the delta of 33 cents. So that's kind of a big gain. But the risk profile kind of shows it a little bit better. So now we're talking about, if we follow the white line, the break even is 139.02. But that's just for today. If we look at the move yesterday, it was at 124, and it jumped up to 132. So that's an $8 move. Are we going to get any more today? Are we going to move to, what do we need to move to? 139. That's off the chart here. It would be up here if we looked at the weekly. Can it do that? Will it have time? Yeah, it might. It might just have time. So we're not going to panic. We're going to take a look at how it opens this morning and which way it's moving. The market's kind of flat. Usually after big days like yesterday, it's going to, take a rest and then might continue on. Who knows? Have no idea. So I'm not going to panic on this. I'm going to keep an eye on it. And we'll watch the price action for today. And if I decide to hang on to it, I probably won't close it. But if I decide to hang on to it, I have to decide if I'm just going to stay where I'm at or if I'm going to buy back the short. That's really the only two options that I have. I don't want to throw any more risk after it. And you can see that the max I could take here is like $1,700 in loss. So we're already at 1,000. So, I think it's worth it to keep an eye on it today. And Monday if I don't do anything today. Okay, that's enough about that. Pretty much a similar story on CF Industries. I'm going to keep an eye on that one as well. Let's take a look at that chart right quick. So, I don't know why that said that that's in the money. Oh, it should be. Okay, yeah, it's just in the money, right? CF closed at 187 and we're at 185 here. So what's wrong with my line? What's this at? Oops, 185. I forgot to change the price when I put it in there. Okay, that is a little bit different. Alright, that one's pretty deep in the money. May continue. Same story though. I'm going to keep an eye on that one as well. So we don't panic. We don't try not to do crazy things. Can it get worse? It can always get worse. But we'll keep an eye on it for today. Okay, and the rest of my negative delta here, not doing so hot. So we'll watch what the market's going to do today. None of these other ones, though, are in the money, so I'm not worried about it. I have bigger things to cover today. All right, let's take a look at the A+ list. And we'll run through that right quick. Okay, so Apple's moving up. I'm happy for Apple. So that's good. No entries though. Maybe our moving average here will turn green and we can start thinking about getting bullish on Apple. But no entries and no direction at this time. Amazon. Alright, we're looking for an entry down here. It's not going to give us one yet, so we'll just keep an eye on it. Baidu. Uptrend. We're going to be looking for something down here, so we'll throw a target in there. And we could just move this one. We'll just move this one. Oops. We'll just move this one over to here. Alright. So this gives us a visual cue here that we can just move right on and make our daily scans a little quicker. CELG. Alright, we get rid of this one. And this one. Alright, so what's going to happen with CELG? Well, it looks like we're back into an upward trend here. So we would be looking for, now we would be looking for a target down here if we were to get in on this again. And I'm debating whether I'm going to drop this off of my A+ list or not, but I don't think I am. When I look back here, overall, we're in a pretty strong uptrend. CF, overall, we're in a pretty strong downtrend, but it caught me again yesterday as well. So, no entries here. Indecision, we have to worry about this one first, so we got nothing lining up on CELG at this time. Chipotle is doing fine. We're in it. We're looking for a hook down here to jump back in for more. So we're doing good there. Looking for that hook. GLD, not seeing anything here. Definitely not very pretty. Google, don't forget about earnings. We cannot forget about earnings. Alright, it's not going to come down here and give us this hook anytime soon. Goldman Sachs. Alright, we're in an uptrend. We're looking for a hook down here. Let's move this down to here. Alright, so am I worried about this bear call here? No, just because of the price action yesterday and a very bullish market overall. Yes, it finished higher than the previous close, but it was a kind of a bearish day for Goldman. LinkedIn, we got our hook here on LinkedIn. Here. Yes, so we are looking to get in on this. Earnings coming up. Does this have weeklies? Yes, it does. Multiple weeklies. Alright. Is there any sort of good open positions on them? Not so good. What's the spread here? It's only a quarter spread on a $200 stock. That's not bad. I would probably do a weekly on that. It's not as liquid as I would like it to be, but I would probably do a weekly on it. So that being said, we're alerting them. At or above. That's a go. Alright. MasterCard. Yeah, I could have stayed in on that one, but I cashed out. That's alright. Okay, we got our hook here. So let me just quickly review that one. We were looking for a hook either below the 45 or the 20, and we got our hook below the 45. So if we continue marching upward here, we'll just get back in on this. And probably with a weekly because of their earnings dates. And okay, might be regular expiration. Because they're weekly, they don't have multiple weeklies, so I don't know about this. Definitely, what are we looking at here? Let's see, open position. Okay, they're looking pretty good there. Looking very good. Not very good, but good enough over here. Spread, pretty kind of a wide spread. I don't know. We'll have to take a look at it. It has possibilities. It would have to be this expiration though if I wanted to run it out to the end. Alright, Netflix, we have still have our double calendar on Netflix, and I'm not going to panic on that one yet either. We still have some time. If we do the risk profile on it, we're still under our tent here. Let me take these off. We're still under our tent pretty significantly. So no panic on Netflix at this time. Speaking of time, that's what we need here to get us up here. So haven't done anything with that. Still consider closing the calendar at 195 while there's still something left in it. So let me make a note of that, and we'll see. Probably will close this calendar today. Yeah, the 195. It's we get 393 back on after what we spent, so we'll see. I don't know which way the price is going to go today on it. You just never know. 239 to 248, so this is pretty much midpoint here, so can't really tell anything there. Price line. Looking for a hook down here, don't have it. Panera. Looking for a hook down here. I'm going to take a pass on this. I am going to take a pass on this one. I like a more solid hook down there below 20. Tesla, nothing doing with that. Still not ripe. And Visa. We're looking for a hook here. We got a really nice hook. I'm going to put an alert on this, and then I'll think about what I might want to do. Alright, so that's it for today. Netflix, just hanging out, not doing anything. So have a great day. Happy trading. Have a good weekend too. We'll see you Monday. Good luck.